at it again with another Pinterest chooses my next read video. So in today's video, I am scrolling through Pinterest, desperately trying to find another book to read. The first book that I come up upon, I'm not really sure about because it looks like it's an ad. So I keep scrolling and I end up coming across a book that has been on my TBR for a very long time. But I am super excited to start picking daisies on Sundays. I hope you guys enjoy this video, so let's get into it. Sorry, my Kindle was falling. Everything's fine. I wanted to talk to you guys for really the first time in this video. I obviously, as you guys saw, have scrolled through Pinterest. It took me quite some time of scrolling because I am also in the midst of wedding planning. So my Pinterest is kind of convoluted with wedding planning stuff and you know, just the whole nine. So honestly, it took me so long to scroll through to find an actual book, but I did end up scrolling up to Picking Daisies on Sundays by Liana Cincotti. You guys know I'm so bad with names. Anyway, I am completely off topic, but like I said, I have started Picking Daisies on Sundays. I started this last night while I was in bed getting ready to sleep because like most of us, I do like to read before I go to bed. That's kind of the best way that I fall asleep, is with a wind down of the brain, and the way that I do that is by reading. I am now 14% through this book. I am on chapter 4 and I genuinely am loving the way that this book is written so far. And what I mean by that is it started out kind of with our two main characters in high school, and I was a little concerned at that point in time because I was like, oh no, I am at that age. I'm 28 years old. It's really hard for me to read about people in high school having romances because I just don't relate to them anymore. So it's just really hard for me to want to pick up a book like that. So whenever the first chapter started and it was them in high school, I was genuinely concerned for a minute there, but it has since moved to the present time. So now that we are here, we are back with our main two characters, our female and our male. Our male his name is Levi, and our female, her name is Danny, but Levi calls her Daisy. So that is where we are as of now. Basically, the front of the book says best friend, first love, fake boyfriend. So obviously right there we know that this is a fake dating, and I have gotten to the point where the fake dating has been introduced. So I'm really excited to continue into this because, like the front of the book says, first love, best friend, like literally all of this has just been like leading up to Danny and Levi getting to where we are right now. So I am now 14% through. We are finally to the point where the fake dating has been introduced, and I'm really excited to continue into this. Good morning. It is 8:10. I am here to update you guys on picking daisies on Sundays, obviously, because we're still on this video. I swear I keep saying shit like that and it's like so stupid. I am now on chapter 6. I am 18% through this book. I want to say that this is going so quickly. Like, this is all just happening so fast, and not a bad way. Usually whenever I say things are happening really fast, it's because I feel like there's just like not a whole lot of, I don't want to call it fluff, but it's just like plot and plot only. There's nothing extra. I am absolutely adoring this book. I think Pinterest knows me better than I know myself, honestly. As of right now, that's my little update for you. I am thinking that this is going to be such a great book. I'm obsessed, and Pinterest, this is the second time I've done a video like this, and this is the second time that at 18% in the book, I am already latched. I am already obsessed. I'm already just, I'm hooked. I already really don't like this Bella girl. She's so like pretentious. Like, she knows she's pretty, so she flaunts it for everyone else to see. I really don't like people like that. It is 10:17. I am now 26% through Picking Daisies on Sundays. I'm on chapter 10. Also, I know I'm being so lazy. I literally brought my page turner down here with me because I didn't want to have to hold my Kindle. Tell me you're so lazy without telling me you're lazy. I am, like I just said, 26% through. I'm really loving the story between Levi and Daisy because their relationship feels like so deep. Does that make sense? I don't know if this is making sense at all. Their relationship feels so deep and so drawn out that it's going to be hard to see how this, like, the story I cannot predict because of how drastic their love for each other is. It doesn't feel like it's gonna be one of those stories where they just like immediately fall in love because they're fake dating. You know what I mean? I think the last time I updated you was the last time I read, so don't really, think I have any updates for you. I am kind of confused. This is like completely, like, it's about the book, but not about what I was talking about last. I am quite literally confused at Levi and what like convinced him to do the things that he is doing right now. Like, why was he compelled to fake date Daisy just because of, what was her name? So is Levi fake dating Daisy to make Bella jealous, or is it because he really just does have feelings for Daisy? I'm genuinely confused by Levi, and I'm feeling sad for Daisy because I feel like she's kind of being led on in a way. Like, I just feel like Levi should be kind of quite clear about what the outcome, like what's the end game for this. Like I think that he should be very clear with Daisy what the end game is, because right now she's just as confused as I am. The serendipity of the literal fact that Daisy left something that she needed with Levi, and she was about to panic because she was going to be late trying to go get it. And then there's a knock at the door and she turns around and it's Levi. I genuinely don't have words. I'm obsessed with this book. Good morning, everybody. I have done such a horrible job at talking with you and updating with you about picking daisies on Sundays, which I know I feel like I've been saying that in every single vlog lately, so like I really just need to pull my shit together and just do a better job. I am now on chapter 17 of Picking Daisies on Sundays, and I seriously am so obsessed with the plot of this book. And you guys know me, I am usually one to be irritated whenever there's no smut in a book, or be irritated that a dating situation is taking too long. I'm usually one to start to get impatient, but this book's plot is so fantastic that I feel like if things had been moving quicker, the things that would be happening right now wouldn't be hitting as hard as they are. I'm loving that this author has such a beautiful way of bringing her story to life, if that makes sense. Like, I have 100% feelings that this is exactly what the author intended, and it's exactly how I feel. I've gotten dressed. It is 11:43. I am now about to open back up Picking Daisies on Sundays. Well, this highlight right here is what I wanted to come here and tell you about. I have a feeling about these little blurbs at the beginning of the chapters, and I'm not going to say anything because I don't want it to spoil it, but I have a feeling that what we're getting in these blurbs is Levi. And what I want to say is that I'm kind of loving how quietly romantic Levi is. I find their relationship beautiful in its own way, but beautiful in a different way than everyone is thinking about. It's 10:34. I have obviously been awake for a few hours. I got up at 7:20 like I usually do. And I have been down here watching the Olympics and reading while I have just been having a slow morning. I did want to say something really quickly about this book. I am currently on chapter 27, 62% through, and something that I do want to say about this author, and this is, I think I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this is the first time I've read anything by this author. I've never read anything by this author before. I've never even heard of this author until this book, and it is Liana Cincotti. I'm not sure, but the way that this author has been writing this book has been so poetic. And what I mean by that is, like, I guess you could even, instead of saying poetic, you could say melodic. This book just has a certain like flow to it. It almost feels like Shakespeare in that way, where if you have studied Shakespeare, or if you have read any Shakespeare, or if you're a theater kid like me, we know that there's those melodic moments in Shakespeare where things are supposed to flow like really nicely together. And I think that that's what's happening with this book right now. I'm really genuinely loving the writing style of this book. I'm loving Levi, I'm loving Daisy, I'm even loving all of our like behind the scenes characters, you know what I mean? Like the characters that we barely see. To finish this today though, so that is the plan, is to read this morning, finish it, and then get the rest of my day going. I've currently got 52 minutes left in the book, but I think that's like for all of it, and there's not a whole lot left. You know how there's like always the acknowledgement pages, and there's always like 10 extra pages at the end of the book for no reason. There's a reason, but that's also calculated in your time to finish, so I don't think it's going to take me that long, but I am going to shut up this morning and read that. If anyone wants to know why I can't read out in public very often, it's because of this right here. I can't read quietly. This is, oh my gosh. was such a good book. I'm gonna need to take a second to stop swooning. So I have honestly sat with my thoughts. I have sat and just thought about the book, and I am here to tell you that Picking Daisies on Sundays is literally a 5-star. I could not have been more obsessed with that book. I am pulling up notes on my phone currently because the way that this book was written, the way that the story was told, and the way that our characters were portrayed was so beautiful. So beautiful. And the way that I mean that, and I said it a few times in this video, I think, but it had a melodic undertone to it. There was a poetic style to the writing, and it felt just so beautiful. Everything about it felt romantic, is the best way that I can describe this book. The book just felt romantic. There are a few little things that I did want to talk about really quickly. Number one, there are a couple of trigger warnings that I do want to mention on this video. Number one, there was trigger warnings in, it was like the last little bit of this book, but there was the beginnings of some SA, and it didn't get very far, but it got far enough to where I was a little uncomfortable. Just be careful reading that. And then there are some parental grief moments in this story. Yeah, there's just a lot of grief, and that one very short moment of some SA. And so yeah, that's one thing that I did want to mention very clearly and very loudly. Another thing that I did want to mention is that in the beginning of this book, we know that Daisy and Levi have kind of like spent 4 years away from each other while they were in school, whatever. Whenever they get back together and she is hanging out with his family, they act like nothing had changed. Like they act like they had been missing her like crazy. But the entire time, Levi is the one that is bringing Daisy to these things, and Sarah never invited Daisy on her own. So I'm kind of just confused on why Sarah didn't just invite Daisy in the first place and why it had to involve Levi as well. But basically, yeah, let me just go ahead and wrap this around really quick. I loved Picking Daisies on Sundays. This book was fantastic. I highly recommend this book. Actually, Sean's older sister put it in the best way the other day. So she says, I'm feeling a fake dating light romance. So she wanted a fake dating book with some light romance. Picking Daisies on Sundays is fake dating, and it does have some light romance. And so I'm quite literally obsessed. And also another little caveat that I have for you really quickly, Picking Daisies on Sundays is on Kindle Unlimited. If you guys have Kindle Unlimited, it is on there. It is basically free if you do girl math. It was a 5-star, 0 spice, 10 out of 10. Could not recommend it anymore. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment downstairs. Make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.